Beat me. Don't worry about it. He's not gonna beat me. Don't worry about it. I think this fight is gonna be in the books of the history of boxing for sure.
I feel I got the speed over Canelo. I got the reach over him. He might got the size, the power. I got the better skill.
Shocking sparring footage leaked. Terence Crawford knocked down by middleweight beast Carlos Adames. And guess who's caught on camera laughing? Alvarez. P for Peking just hit the heated session. And Canelo's reaction has fans furious. Is Crawford slipping? Terence Crawford, and what would Mayweather say about this rare resurfaced sparring session showing out?
You know what? If you look at his career, don't get me wrong, okay? He's a good fighter. But if you look at his career, mention one elite fighter.
So Postal wasn't elite?
Who?
Victor Postal.
Who's that guy?
So Ricky Burns wasn't elite?
Ricky Burns doesn't elite.
Okay. Hungry Terence Crawford going toe-to-toe with middleweight contender Terence Crawford. Now here's the twist: this wasn't recent. Crawford was still fighting at lightweight, barely tipping the scales near 135, while Adames came in solid at 160, a full to weight classes apart, and yet there it is. Clear as day, Crawford gets clipped, stumbles, and hits the canvas. Nada.
Don't worry about it. He's not gonna beat me. Don't worry about it. I think this fight is gonna be in the books of the history of boxing for sure. That's for sure.
For sure, them belts coming with me. They coming home with me. I'm telling you right now.
You can see it, but it's gonna be difficult. You take it to you.
I'm taking them. And ain't nothing you gonna be able to do about it come fight
and
night.
I know Turkey's in your corner,
I promise you.
But look, it's gonna be very difficult. He's gonna be so mad that day. Believe me.
I see you. I see you. You see I'm different.
I see you too.
You see I'm different than all the other ones.
No, I see you. No, you don't know different. You're nothing different.
I'm different.
Nothing different.
I'm different.
We'll see.
You gonna see.
We'll
know
see.
it.
We'll see. We'll see.
Flash knockdown, not a slip. A real moment of vulnerability from the man many call the best pound-for-pound fighter on the planet. Context matters. Sure, sparring is sparring. But when a future undisputed champion gets dropped by a bigger man and the footage leaks years later, it hits different. Especially with Canelo Alvarez now called.
Bueno, aquí es bienvenido. Yo estoy preparado para quien sea, cuando sea y como sea. Yo siempre lo he dicho. Yo a peleadores no me le quito, no le pongo pero. Si él quiere subir a la 160 para enfrentarme, ya tuvimos sparring, él puede subir.
Welcome 1-0. I'm going to face anybody anytime. I've sparred with Crawford, and if he wants to come up with 160, bring him on. I'll be glad to go up against him.
And lastly, please, sorry, this is my last, sorry. Lastly, this is, so, please give me your assessment, please, on Canelo and Crawford, because Crawford wants that fight so badly, and you sparred him. Is Canelo too strong for Crawford?
¿Te parece que Canelo es demasiado fuerte para Crawford? ¿Qué te parece de esa pelea?
Pienso que sí, ya que subí 3 divisiones bastante libre, demasiada, yo diría.
Caught on video laughing at the moment, throwing gas on a rivalry that's already been heating up. For fans, it raises questions. For critics, it's ammo. Canelo Alvarez lights a fire heading into his next war. Canelo Alvarez didn't just see the footage, he laughed. Not a smirk, not a shrug, full-on mockery. And that reaction, it wasn't just about Crawford hitting the deck. This was psychological warfare. Plain, and Canelo Alvarez that knockdown wasn't a glitch in the Matrix, it was confirmation. The undisputed super middleweight king, a man who's ruled at 168 and even dared to step up to 175, saw what he's been saying, all have skill. But he doesn't have size, not giants. Canelo Alvarez Smith and walked through the fire.
It's going to be an interesting proposition because he has good power, he's a good counter puncher, and his reputation as a strategic fighter precedes him. But I think that he's going to take more care of not being hit by me than to try to counter.
Battle tested in the deep waters of the higher weight classes, and now seeing Bud dropped in a throwback clip. That's not just Canelo Alvarez, it's strategic, it's fuel. It's a message you're not built for this. For fans, it's more than beef. It's a clash of two legacies: Canelo's brute strength and proven resume against Crawford's finesse and flawless record. The mind games have officially begun, and with every Canelo Alvarez up the heat, Carlos Adames didn't hold back. In a candid sit-down,
Jim, I want to say I was getting ready for Chris Diaz or something, and he was sparring like a heavyweight fighter. I'm looking, I'm type nervous for him. I'm like, why is he in the ring with this big old dude? And man, I swear he done caught this dude on the chin. Boom, dude, wobbling all around the ring. I'm like, what the? How is this dude this strong? But it's like, honestly, Bud is very strong. A lot of people don't realize how strong he is as a fighter, and his punching power could carry through the weight classes.
Down with boxing to 147 back in June 2024. The hard-hitting Dominican middleweight let his thoughts fly, and he called it like he saw it. Tatum straight up dismissed the brewing Crawford versus Canelo rivalry as absolutely stupid, saying what many in the boxing world have whispered: Crawford may be elite at welterweight, but he skipped crucial chapters in his development at the heavier divisions. No tune-ups at 154, no wars at 160, just pure ambition and in Adames.
What do you think about the shove, that moment that happened on stage?
Oh, I'm turning on, not right now.
Right? Yeah. Did it make you want to go harder for the 13?
I don't know, but made me feel more excited.
I love it.
Dies. That's not enough. The middleweight contender recalled sparring with the teenage Terence Crawford. Back when Bud was just 19, when I sparred him, I only had to. Pro fights, that was 2015. I was still a kid, Adames explained, but today I'm 30 years old. I'm a grown man.
But what if Canelo shoves you again this press conference?
I'm crying like a baby.
All right, thank you.
You can take a guy like Canelo, this guy can do, he can pick and choose who he want to fight. And I'm gonna tell y'all the truth about Canelo. Easy, man. Cakewalk. Easy. Y'all sitting up here, y'all praising this dude. This dude was nothing. I was almost 40 years old when I cooked this dude. Easy.
Right now, I think Crawford is a little better than Mayweather, but Canelo have more experience.
If we stepped into the ring now, it'd be a whole different story. It's more than confidence, it's a challenge. Adames isn't just speaking on history, he's drawing a line in the sand. And when a proven 160-pounder starts questioning Crawford's durability and weight class readiness, fans can't help but ask, asterisk, has Bud bitten off more than he can chew at the topicals in this game? Size matters, timing matters, and when heavy.
He's he's a different fighter now. The deterioration is there. He's not the same guy. He's not that destroyer who's looking for knockouts early and keeps a pace and a pressure on you. He throws 30 punches around. You're not the same guy. So telling everyone you're going to knock them out and then going into, 6 decisions in a row now? Scores a knockdown every time. Power's still there. The problem is the pace and the ability to carry on and push. That's the real difference, and that comes with age. He's 34 going on 45 at this, as far as I'm concerned. He's got a ton of fights, been around for a long time, doesn't have that same desire, the same drive to take the chances against these younger, bigger guys, because he is fighting younger, bigger guys. So you got...
Hitters like Adames start talking, you better believe the division is listening. According to the middleweight contender, Terence Crawford's power at 147 impressive, but at 168 not enough. Adames believes Bud's thunderous shots simply won't translate when the opposition is bigger, stronger, and built.
I'll say he is the hardest, for sure. One of the fighters that hit very hard was Angulo. You know, he's a Cuban guy, and he punched very hard too. So I'll say both of them are like the same, but you know, with Canelo, I was just mentally ready for his shots. You know, I already told myself, I know I'm gonna get hit. I know I'm gonna get hit on my chin, but it's, you know, I gotta bite down on my mouthpiece and push. You know, and look what happened in the third round. I got hit with a left hook. I dropped. We be practicing in camp the whole time, you know, keeping my right hand to my chin, and I wound up just moving, and he connected right on my chin. And you see how I punched my glove. You know, that's like a thing for me when I, you know, my last.
For war at the higher weights. To make his point, Adames brought up a telling example: Canelo Alvarez versus Dimitri Bibble. Even with Canelo's dominance at super middleweight, once he stepped up to light heavyweight, the punches that usually shook opponents barely moved Bibble. That's what happens when you punch up in weight, Adames implied. Power doesn't scale like hype. And that's the bottom line for Adames. Crawford's tower doesn't scale up.
Would you put a rehydration on?
We'll see. I don't like to talk about other fight when I got it.
You understand, like that's the fight that everyone wants to see. That's the fight the fans want to see you in there with. You
Yeah,
understand,
I understand that. Same happened with Alvarez.
Yeah, and it happened.
And same happened with Terence.
And it happened.
And same with definitely your son.
And it happened. I think it happened.
And with Troll, and with Mayweather, and with Photo.
That's why I believe the fight happened. Would you ever go up to 175?
Not against full-grown, seasoned middleweights like himself. Not against the iron-jawed, battle-tested Canelo Alvarez. It's not a knock on Crawford's skill, it's a reality check, because in the upper divisions, technique isn't always enough. You need mass, you need pressure, and above all, you need respect in the pocket. A Dames isn't...
Out there, 175.
And then we...
Would you make a Crawford's performance against Magnus?
I think he knows why his weight class is there, right? He made a good fight. But for me, I think he lost the fight or draw.
Okay.
Or would be the other side.
He was saying your name a lot all week. I was
Yeah,
out there in
because
LA.
he want to sell the fight. If they don't talk about me, they don't say it.
Would you look at a fight with Crawford? So in the past, you told me no.
If the money is right, I mean,
Money's got to be big.
I don't like fighters who go around.
Wait, but you want to say 168 or look at 175? All right, big fight.
Vince Bud brings that to 160 or beyond. And with that, the challenge is loud and clear. Asterisk if Crawford wants to play with the Lions up top. He better come with more than just speed and slickness, or get eaten alive. And there it is, undeniable proof from Shocker Stevenson himself. He saw it with his own eyes. Terence Crawford flailing a heavyweight with a single shot in sparring. Not a myth, not a rumor, real power.
With Terence Crawford, you know, big weight jump, a dangerous fight, but somebody's got to prove to me that they can break Terence Crawford's will and that he can't figure it out against you. You know, it ain't no disrespect toward Canelo, but I've said this the last couple of years. I'm not betting against Terence Crawford against nobody right now. You got to show me that you can be.
That cuts through weight. Class is like a hot knife through butter. What started as a routine face-off in New York turned nuclear when Crawford stepped up and shoved Canelo Alvarez dead in the chest. Canelo didn't hesitate, he fired back with a stiff shoulder and a deadly stare. Within seconds, security and even UFC President Dana White were diving in to stop a full-blown brawl. From breaking out, this wasn't staged, this wasn't